What's up guys, Mike Tierney here with Princess Auto. Welcome to Tech Tips with Mike T. We're talking about accessories for your heaters. Now there's a ton of accessories that you can select from. Some are more specific to each type of heater, but we're just going to go through a handful that we carry in our stores. To top everything off, safety is a must when it comes to heaters, and in our sections in our stores, typically you're not going to find probably the most important accessory, and that's a carbon monoxide / fire detector. Heaters that are propane, diesel, gas, etc., they are extremely dangerous when it comes to carbon monoxide. So if you're in a space and you're using them to, recreation, or if you're a workspace and you're really not bringing in that fresh air intake, again, about 2 to 3 square feet of fresh air for every 100,000 BTU, you must have a carbon monoxide detector. It's just an indicator, it's peace of mind, you just want to be safe about it. And then if you do have a fire, maybe you've got an automatic system on your electric heater, maybe there's a short, at least if you've got a fire alarm going off, you have that opportunity to kind of react to it. Now, in addition to the carbon monoxide detector, a fire extinguisher is pretty much a must in your shop. You should already have one if you're doing any kind of, grinding and that kind of stuff, welding. But a fire extinguisher, when you're using your heaters, it's just peace of mind. So some of the next accessories are things that we work with the individual units. So let's start with propane application. So it doesn't look like much. This is basically a plastic donut, a 20, 30, or 40 pound tank can fit inside here, and basically it stops your tank from the possibility of tipping over, or it helps reduce the risk. When we're out ice fishing, if we're using the standalone tank, if it gets bumped, it has a lot less opportunity to tip over. When it's in the back of my truck and I sit it in here, again, if you're bouncing around, it doesn't have that ability to tip over as well. So a cheap way to keep your propane tanks from falling over and causing issues, with your heater, damaging, a tank top heater, that kind of stuff. So very, very simple, inexpensive safety tip. When it comes to some of the smaller radiant heaters, so the little buddy, the big buddy, and those types of heaters, if you want to use a 20-pound tank with the big buddy heater, you're going to need an inline filter. So the inline filter will go between your propane tank and your connection to your big buddy. Typically you're using 1-pound tanks on them, but if you do want to have the expanded capacity, then definitely you will need the filter. Bulk propane isn't filtered out as nearly as much as the 1-pound tanks, and you can clog the inside jettings of your big buddy. So if you do want a little bit more capacity, you will require a filter or an inline filter for the big buddy unit. Staying with the big buddy, there's kind of 2 ways you can control the big buddy. The high-low setting has a fan system, so you either have to add batteries, so that can get expensive. So if you are more portable, definitely, the batteries are probably going to be the must. Unless you've got a small generator running, you can buy the AC adapter, plug that into the big buddy only, and you can run that on AC power versus the DC batteries. It won't plug in with the little buddy or the flex. You just work this one with the big buddy. So it's a cheaper way to keep power to your buddy to utilize the fan system. So if you're using it in your garage, this is a great accessory to have, so you're not having to run through batteries all the time. As we extend our range of our tank to our heater, we have various lengths, 5, 10, 12, and 20-foot lengths of extended hoses. Some of them come with regulators. Don't forget, you always have to regulate your propane. So in this case, this one does not have the regulator with it, but you definitely want to make sure that your regulator is in line. But there's extensions that you can run so that if you want to have your propane tank elsewhere and then have your heater in your location, then you have options on the different lengths of extensions. To control some of your heaters, so some of your electric heaters, we carry accessory thermostats. So if maybe your heater didn't come with one, but you can wire a thermostat in, definitely thermostats are something you can do and have your heater up in the ceiling, then control it and set it so that it kicks on, kicks off, just like it would be a furnace in your house. We also carry carrying bags. There's a couple of models. This model here is for the big buddy heater. It's wide open zipper, mouth opens up. You've got tools, storage for tools, fishing stuff, hunting stuff, whatever it is, gloves, extra accessories, and it's a nice rugged case. It does have a kind of a weatherized liner, rubberized liner inside, and we've got a couple of other models as well. And we also get some that are opportunity buys that come on sale that are great for some of these smaller portable heaters. When it comes to the fuel-driven heaters, we do carry a few different sizes of kerosene in our store. So we carry a jug of kerosene or a larger container of kerosene. Keep in mind, kerosene over time will start to degrade, so you do want to use it within that year. It does have a bit of a smell to it, so handle it with gloves typically. Make sure that you're wearing a mask if it's glugging. You don't want to get that splashed up, because where you do have to pour them within the heaters, it definitely can splash up. But kerosene's a great option. This is K1 kerosene. It allows us, it's cleaner than say a K2. And, it's great for the smaller applications when it comes to using your kerosene heater. Obviously, if you're using your heater for large amounts of work, whether that's a construction site or at the farm, you're probably going to be going with more of the bulk or using it from your slip tanks or your big storage tanks that you probably have on site. Well, there's lots more accessories out there. You just have to come visit our website or go to our store. Tons of stuff in our store that you can select from. Well, that's it for Tech Tips with Mike T. We'll see you next time.